Transmitting to you from Old Heart Radio.
Welcome to Local Yokelz.
Let's do it live!
Oh God, there it is. It's always a great way. I find that like starting a podcast with some sort of loud, abrasive noise, it just gets it going. You know what I mean? I don't like that smooth, soothing bullshit. All right, you know.
This isn't NPR.
No, this isn't an NPR. Although I do listen to NPR. I will say I've become one of those people that puts it on in the morning.
Me too, for sure, 100%.
Do you guys have you guys caught Bird Note?
But I've noted. I've not Bird Note.
What if
I heard Bird Note from you?
My favorite fucking thing about NPR is how bad the reporters are. Like, they fuck up shit all the time in the headlines. Just fumble their words so fucking hard all the time. It's so unprofessional. I fucking love it.
They had it was great. We got your audio, which is all we need. You were still the entire time. You had this like freeze frame action pose almost.
Your audio made you sound drunk for a second.
Okay, I'll go inside after the cigarette. Goddamn it.
Either way, I kind of agree with you though. NPR, like what I've noticed about them is that they just like add so much to the story that's unnecessary to give me the story. You know what I mean? I like how they present things sometimes. Like in terms of like the fairly neutral in a way but yeah, I think they just add so much fluff to everything that I kind of just like you have to sift through it, you know what I mean?
I really appreciate the fact that they don't
but they're not the only place that
whether
does
it's
it,
conservative or liberal. No, agreed.
It's pretty mellow. It's pretty, I don't know, it's like the only place you can really just like, oh, this is what happened. Here's news. We're not going to say anything else other than this happened. Just nice.
It's like, at very least, I don't get angry while listening to NPR. You know what I mean? Like, I don't walk away being like,
well, I get angry when the guy puts the microphone on. There's
one jazz host. I can't remember his name, but he's like this old guy. Actually, he inspired a character I wrote down like a while ago. But he talks really, really slow, and then he smacks his lips and gets to the point. And then you're just like, God damn it, dude! Like, what are you fucking saying to me? You talked so slow, I can't even comprehend. My attention went elsewhere.
There's a fuck on NPR. There's a guy who reports. His name is Tom Cocaine. That's his fucking name.
That's right.
Welcome to the morning news. Tom Cocaine. Dude. Like, every morning I listen to an asshole named Tom Cocaine talk about the world.
Talk about the world. Oh my God. Well, no better way, to wake up than with a little cocaine.
A little cocaine in your system.
They should really play off of that, man. I think they'd get a bigger audience if they started like utilizing that last name a bit.
No, they're too respectable.
They're too respectable, damn it.
They're not even going to acknowledge it.
If you had, like,
they just call him Tom C.
It's like pool coverage. It's the A-ball with Tom Cocaine, and he's just covering pool stories. Like they can get miles with that.
They really do, man. They need to utilize that. Damn. All right.
Now I want to start a fucking pool vlog and call it the 8-ball.
Dude, there's so much random shit, like sports-wise. I was talking to Nadine's brother. Nadine, Caleb, you haven't met her, but that's my fiance. I can't remember, just as a refresher there. because I forget that
I think we talked about it after the recording last time.
I feel like anyway, but Nadine's brother told me that he was watching like on a channel some sort of professional cornhole match.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
my god.
And I was like, and then I started talking about the like Russian slapping league that's like all over YouTube, and like,
Super big.
yeah, dude. And I was just like, holy shit, man! Like they really like now need to make ESPN the Ocho from from dodgeball. like
I want dodgeball.
Yeah.
it's legit, dude. There's like worldwide tag championships. Like they just need to throw all that shit on a fucking channel somewhere, man.
I recently no.
Crokinole? No, okay, keep going, Caleb.
I was gonna say I recently won a cornhole championship.
Did you?
It was
Only in
highly
Idaho.
competitive.
I mean, dude. Okay, how many rounds was it? Like how many people? Did you go through?
It was.
What do you have to score to?
It was I think probably like maybe a dozen people or so.
Oh shit!
It was quite the group.
Dang, dude,
We smoked them.
that's intense. Okay,
What's the scoring system like?
yeah. The last time I played a couple weeks ago with Nadine's dad and like a couple other people, but I was so confused by the scoring.
You have to like if you get it in the hole, that's 2 points. If you get it on the board, that's 1 point.
Okay.
You can knock people's bean bags off, or you can knock other people's in. And the first team to a certain, it changes sometimes, but a certain number, you have to hit on that number.
Okay.
So you can't, if you go over it, you're still one below it.
Yeah, like it can't be like 12 and you get 13 or something like that.
And if someone puts let's say they put 3 on the board, and then the other team throws 2 of theirs and make it onto the board, the team that originally threw the 3, they only get 1. There's a few little things like that.
That's where I was getting confused. I was like, how does like the points getting like taken back like work? Yeah,
It's like fucking cribbage.
dude.
It's like designed to be, if you're more drunk, you get taken advantage of.
Yep.
I don't think
if
I've
you're not paying attention.
I've never played drunk cribbage. I legitimately
Fuck cribbage.
don't know if I could play cribbage drunk. Like I really can't, because I have such a hard time paying attention to the rules when I'm playing it. I love it. It's so much fun, but I'm just like,
It's hard.
I'm
learned
in the
it.
action.
Ugh.
You know what I mean?
There's a lot of rules.
There's stupid rules.
Well,
there's stupid fucking rules too. Like, if you hand the deck of cards to the person to cut, and they don't cut it, and you take the deck back before they cut it, and then deal, you get a peg. You get to go ahead. You get a point for that.
Yep, etiquette.
It's a stupid game made up by Englishmen who drink brandy way too much.
Who drink brandy?
Those limey bastards.
Oh man,
Fucking
I don't
pricks.
know. Well, I feel like it's one of those things like cribbage, and it seems like cornhole has some aspect of it where it's like there's house rules, and so
Sure,
there's like the handful
beer
of
pong.
handful of basics, but yeah, man, I don't know.
Let's talk about music. I gave you music to listen to.
What?
I want to hear about it.
Could you repeat that?
I know what his point was, but
This is bad.
I like this. This is gonna make for a funny podcast.
Finish your cigarette, you idiot. Go inside.
So this is what Jeremiah sent me a ton of music recently, in between the last podcast and now, and I've definitely been like going quite through it. I made it a priority to listen to Citizen and Turnstile.
Citizen is so good. They're so out of left field. I like Citizen a lot, and I thought that you made the comment about how you don't want to get out of like your genres or whatever, and I feel like they fit perfectly within your genres.
Actually, yeah, I was gonna say when I was listening to them earlier this morning. Caleb, have you listened to either of those?
I don't think so.
I really recommend checking them out.
Is that the one you sent all of us, Jeremiah?
I sent you Lingua Ignota.
That's right.
Yeah.
It was sad.
It was sad.
Beautiful,
good.
but sad.
Fair.
Yeah.
Citizen reminded me of like some sort of modern evolution of like Jimmy E. World. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's so good. I didn't even. Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, I was listening to this morning. Like I love going to the cafe or that I work at early and just like having some fucking time to just like listen to music, pull myself espresso, and just like stare off and think, you know.
Yeah.
Or just
I'm so thankful that I have a job where I literally listen to music 8 hours a day. And even on my breaks too, like I'm constantly absorbing, whether it's music videos or songs off Spotify or wherever the fuck, SoundCloud even.
You're a sponge, man. You're a musical sponge.
It's true. The farm job was a really great place for that, and podcasts, at least for me, because I got to work alone.
So you could just like hone in.
Yeah, and if I didn't have to work with a bunch of fucking people, I would definitely listen to podcasts more. But I don't know. Music is just so good right now. Music is always good. Are you drinking Sky vodka straight out of the bottle, Caleb?
No, it's a big blue bottle of water.
Look like Sky vodka.
It's got a little cool pop top.
Yeah, man. I'm really like a lot of
great.
That was the other thing. I'm really glad I actually listened to that, because that was the one to Caleb I was gonna say like you should definitely check out. You sent us like a video with it. Is that video, or I think you sent me? I think it's actually in the group text maybe, but
just you.
Is that just me? Okay, I got so confused last night.
Pretty sure.
There's like some sort of video with it I didn't watch. I listened to the album this morning. That video.
Yeah, there's a music video they made for the entire EP. It's 4 songs.
Yeah.
And the imagery goes very well with the music. It kind of helps explain the dynamics, because it's a very dynamic 4 songs. It goes very dynamic.
Yeah. The opening track on this is called Holiday, and it's like really fucking, it bangs, dude. I was just like, what the hell did I just start? Like,
it's crazy.
It had this kind of heaviness to it that just fucking went. It just, like I said, it just fucking banged this morning. I was like getting super jacked on espresso listening to that. I was just like,
his singing too, I feel like is the perfect blend and like evolution of, and I hate to say the word emo because that has such a terrible term, but it's the perfect blend of the catchy and poppy of emo with like an aggressive edge to it. He's not really screaming like death metal or super brutal, but he's like getting emotion out, and he's doing it really well.
Definitely. And there's like, I would say there's some good yelling moments.
All I can think about is Jeremiah's audio sounds like that robot from Attack of the Clones that like twists his little nipple knobs and he talks all different.
Oh my god, dude, that is such a good call. What, I can't remember the name of that character,
sorry.
but like it's okay. Currently, if you didn't know, Jeremiah's in outer space, so
yeah,
that's okay. That's why the connection's a little rocky there. You can only smoke fine tobacco.
There's a bit of an audio delay. Not really, but he's on the move.
Caleb, what do you listen to at work, man? Jeremiah seems to get a pick on like everything he listens to. Do you get to like do you guys have control over whatever you're doing?
Just lots. Well, as long as it's like headphones, just lots and lots of metal.
Yeah.
Lately. But no, there's not a lot of. There's like no stereo time really. It's just in the car or with headphones.
Okay. Do you get to wear like headphones at work or whatever?
Or at school, but sometimes.
At school, yeah, fair. Okay, that makes, yeah.
But yeah, usually like if you're out in the lab, no, can't wear them.
Yeah, that makes
sense. Some people are tricky and they have those ear protection muffs that also have speakers in them. I'm gonna get some of those.
Fair enough. Snicky. Yeah, dude, we just get to listen to like a repetitive amount of like. We have like, okay, I can list off the different Pandora stations we have at work. We have some, I'm not saying I created these. I'm not going to take credit for these, okay? We have something called we have Alabama shit. What is happening on there? We have Alabama Shakes, which is like a group that I've never listened to a single from, and it plays like nothing but like kind of like
bluesy.
Yeah, I guess like it plays like, I don't know, like modern rock as well as like rock from probably like 2012 and up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then let's see what else we got. We had an Aretha Franklin station, which I wouldn't mind because Aretha Franklin's an amazing artist, but it's literally just it plays 2 hits and then like plays 2 hits from like the next person, and that's like all it gets. You never go past any of the hits, and that sucks because you've heard them a million.
You want some B-sides?
Yeah. Let's see what
Them
else
deep
we got.
cuts.
We got the Bella and Sebastian station, which over time I've turned from sad bastard music into a Led Zeppelin station. Which is it's so funny. Like I'll like put it on early so I can get rid of like 2 of the tracks, and then it just starts playing like Led Zeppelin, then The Who, then like Pink Floyd, and it just starts drifting. So that's probably one of the best stations, man. And then like other than that, we have like 3 classic rock stations. All are pretty much Tom Petty based.
I was expecting like a Norah Jones or something.
No. I mean, there's like
Merciful.
There's a couple of, I mean, kind of, dude. It's literally like, how do I say it? They're all so like finely tuned with like likes and dislikes that it's like it literally plays the same like set of songs now. And so you can guarantee like whichever station you're on, exactly what you're hearing.
you get like a top 40 for that station. Like, oh fuck.
Yeah, it's like it's better than bullshit, I guess. Because like for me, it's like I'm finally sitting down and listening to classic rock, I guess. because when I was younger, I never fucking dug into it. Like it was something like you guys, Caleb, like I remember like and Jeremiah, I met you had like way more exposure to it than I did. Like I just never had exposure to it. My dad would sometimes in his wood shop would put on like his little radio that would play like snippets of what's that dude that just died, Rush Limbaugh, and like and like then like that like and then like some rock, but that was about it. Like it was crazy. And so at least now I have a chance, I guess, to dig into it and a little bit. I'm just trying to put a positive spin there.
Some of it's blech. But like I love Van Halen before Sammy Hagar took over. That shit's great.
I love Van Halen after Sammy Hagar. I love them both.
To hell.
Ooh.
I love them both for different reasons.
Nope.
They could not have written right now with fucking David Lee Roth. There's no way.
He's insane. It's the best.
He is really coked out. David Lee Roth is coked the fuck out the whole time. But if you listen to them, Van Halen had like 5 singers, man. They didn't have just Sammy Hagar or David Lee Roth. They had like a couple other dudes too in between that time span.
I don't know their names.
No one knows their name. They didn't get big until
knows their name.
Like their 6th album, 5th out, like 1984 was a few albums in. Nobody gave a shit about Van Halen. And then what'd they do? They did California Girls or some shit like that, right?
Well,
was
I thought that was Katy Perry.
No, it was Wild Thing.
No.
What did they do?
Yeah, maybe they did.
Honestly, I don't know Van Halen history enough to understand.
I only recognize Van Halen, not Van Hagar.
Okay, the real question is, who do you guys think would win in a celebrity death match?
Oh,
David Lee
Roth. He's crazy.
Sure.
he traveled to
100%.
Japan for 2 years to study to be a samurai.
Really?
Yeah, he will kill you with a sword.
God
David Lee Roth is
dude.
nuts, and he'll be high on cocaine, and he has
Tom Cocaine will be there? Is that what you just said?
Tom Cocaine will be there. David Lee Roth
He'll
has
narrate the
crazy.
Yes.
If any of you or either of you want to or care to, David Lee Roth's tattoos are pretty insane. He's like the grandpa who gets tattoos. His back piece is pretty fucking immaculate.
He's got that old man strength.
He has that old man leather skin that just takes to a tattoo needle so well.
Yep. It knows it's about to die, so it's like, bring it on. Give me those.
Give me everything. Anything you can give me, I'll take.
It just absorbs it, man. God damn. Well, fair. I mean, I guess at least we can agree there, right?
Van Halen's interesting.
Van Halen.
Very.
But what made Van Halen more interesting? Like the guitar work in like the music or the vocals and the lyrics?
Well, there
because in a band
is-
like that, you know, they're like those things definitely compete for attention.
I'll tell you this: there are YouTube videos with David Lee Roth's isolated vocals for specific songs. There is not isolated. I think there is one for Eruption for David for Eddie's fucking solo or whatever. I think somebody got like a version where it's just the guitar. But I mean, David Lee Roth is Panama. That song wouldn't be shit without David Lee Roth's vocals.
Yeah, he's squealing and
Yeah.
making
Hot for
sounds like he
Teacher?
can't even do.
Fucking yeah, no, it's cocaine. That's what does it to your vocal cords. Is all the cocaine.
You know, just a little bit of cocaine goes a long way on the vocal.
The cocaine gives you range.
I guess.
Cocaine gives you range. That's what they tell
That's
you when they're just handing it to you. The cocaine gives you range, kid.
You do a line and just hit like the highest note you've ever heard. I don't know. I could do that.
Wow.
That's why I can't sing high. I've never done cocaine.
I have never done cocaine either, so I'm right with you there.
Eh.
Been around a lot of people who love to do it.
Well, I guess we all got to
Yeah.
do cocaine and take singing lessons.
I don't know. Okay, I'll say I don't know if I've in my experiences. I don't know if I've ever become a better singer because of the things I've ingested.
But I thought you were.
It depends on what you mean, because I feel like there was a point with you and James both where like you guys were writing some of the most dredging poetry that you guys have written to date while you were just fucking obliterated.
Yeah, and a lot of that seems to be lost in time and space. Which is,
But one of the
unfortunate,
things,
But I mean, yeah.
one of the things that comes with being that blasted is one time James, he kissed me on the lips and then slapped me in the face. And he had the full beard at the time, and it was just awful for so many reasons.
Yeah.
He smelled like whiskey. His mustache got in my mouth. He was a man kissing my mouth. I didn't want that to happen.
You're like, God
Yeah,
damn it,
definitely.
James.
I'm confident I kissed you before he did. I know for a fact I kissed you
I think
before he did.
I don't like. I mean, if boys want to kiss each other, that's fine. It's the '90s, but I don't want boys to kiss me.
It's the 90s.
We're
You
all
know, and
progressive.
that's all right.
It's the
That's all
90s.
You know, you get to pick the lips you want on your lips. All right.
Yeah,
That's right.
it's not drunk James McLaughlin.
It's not drunk. Yeah, fair enough, man. Well, I always have to think about that with like you mentioned the mustache though, man. I have to think about that every so often. Nadine will like get on my ass about it. She's just like, your fucking mustache, man. Like it's too much.
I just trim mine.
Too much in the mouth. I definitely have to trim it. I was just like talking about I got yesterday. I was like, I got fucking shaved.
Oh, I look like a fucking idiot. I already look like an idiot, but now that I have a trimmed up mustache, I look even dumber. There you go. There you go.
I really just I just need to either commit to like the full supervillain or just give it a once over probably sometimes.
I imagine you and Tobey Maguire grow the same facial hair. If Tobey Maguire ever grew facial hair, I would imagine that it looks like what you have on your face.
You're right. Tobey Maguire, I know you're listening. Let's compare facial hair pics, okay?
I doubt
Right now, bro.
that. I wouldn't
Instagram
think,
up.
I wouldn't think he could grow facial hair.
You think Tobey Maguire can't? Maybe
No.
he can exclusively grow a goatee. like
Yeah, maybe.
like he goes 5 months and he just gets like a little goatee.
Like it's coming more as the years have gone by. But I always felt sad and wondered, will Nick Flannery be able to grow facial hair? And then he can grow like pirate goatee.
Yeah, very well.
But
Arr.
like when you look at someone like Tobey Maguire and like Nick back in the day and how smooth and poreless their skin appears to be, it's like, oh, that face will always be clean.
Well, explain Patrick Baker then.
It'll always be.
Yeah, that's another one. Again, pirate goatee. Yeah, so Tobey Maguire can probably grow a pirate goatee.
Okay.
Patrick and the lead singer of Opeth have the exact same facial hair. It's fucking so funny. I just heard an Opeth song that like really affected me the other day. I wish I could remember the name or give a fuck. I don't.
You
But
son of a bitch. Love
it was
it.
really It was great. It reminded me of that Lingua Ignota bullshit where it's just epic black metal happening and then some asshole over the top of it singing really beautifully.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good. I was very surprised.
Opeth's a great introductory metal band. What?
Ooh, have you heard the new Deaf Heaven song?
No.
Caleb, it's I don't want to influence your opinion, but
Send me that shit.
It's not what anybody wants.
Well,
Links.
Deaf Heaven never has been.
No, this is now them like completely turning away from the genre that they helped define and play different
It's
music.
not even black gaze or whatever they call it.
No, it's
Black gaze.
are you familiar with it's my favorite genre of porn and my favorite genre of music.
What?
So is that like black metal and shoegaze?
Yep. Yeah, it's the best. It's one of the best. It's fucking gorgeous. It makes you just stare into nothing while your soul is being obliterated by a drummer who just wants to fuck it. I'm a big fan. And I don't know if you're familiar, either of you are familiar with a band called Alcest, but Alcest has been around for a while and has been making this sort of dreamy, shoegazy black metal. And Deaf Heaven basically did what they're doing now, which is no screaming, all clean singing, and no blast beats, and trying to sound like an 80s new wave band, like in the vein of Tears for Fears, but not Tears for Fears.
Weird.
Huh.
Tears for Fears with 8 strings.
So it's unrecognizable from Sunbather.
Completely Sunbather or Ordinary Corrupt Human Love, which I think is actually my favorite album by them. Very, very good record. Very interesting. Yep. So out of all of the new stuff that I sent you, Jared, you seem to latch on to Zacky Force Funk pretty hard.
Yeah, dude. That shit had me going.
Grooving.
Yeah, it was so groovy.
Groove. I know. It's one guy. It's just one dude who makes music.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's one guy who makes music to slap in lowriders during shows, like car shows. And so to show off your sound system. So he makes music that is designed to push your subwoofer and your tweeters and all that shit. And it's just like this hard ass funk music.
Yeah, it's gnarly, man. But it's groovy and gnarly at the same time. It's fucking cool.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'll get you in on that, Caleb.
Shit slaps, bruh.
Links.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you kept saying that. I was like, is that what? Like, I hate to be the guy, but I'm like, that's what people say now. It's all slapping.
It's
like
all
Russian
these young
slapping
people.
has infiltrated so deep that now it's like part of like cool culture.
Yep.
Oh,
It slaps. You can say it slaps. It rips. It fucks. It bangs.
It's fire.
It's fire.
Okay. I thought
That's
I knew
cool.
That, yeah. Is cool still work? Yeah.
No.
Oh,
No, it does not. Cool only applies to when you're talking about jewelry.
You just got to go to some
God damn.
trendy store in the mall and get one of those big weird pastel colored sweaters and cut your hair to look like a fuckboy and you'll understand everything.
There you go. That is,
Cool.
yeah.
I don't
Little
know.
did you know God is a fuckboy. Oh, that's such a good. Instead of God is one of us, it's God is a fuckboy. What if God was a fuckboy?
Maybe he was.
Dude,
I think he is. I think he still is.
I saw this guy, like this dude who's like a super, like interacting with people in my work is so fucking strange. And it's been so fucking strange since COVID.
Oh,
right?
I bet, man.
You just
Customer
fucking-
service on the front lines.
It's been bananas this entire time. And it's
I'm
definitely
so
getting,
curious.
It's getting weird again at the moment because there's all this, like, it's like reopening. People like will places do masks, will places not do masks, all this shit, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm totally fine. Like I don't know about you guys, but I've been like starting to go into places totally fine. If like they have like a hold up with with stuff, like I respect their hold up. I still have one on me. I don't really care. It doesn't bother me to fucking put a mask on, but
I wear my mask solely to not be recognized everywhere I go. I know that sounds stupid, but because I live in a small town, man, I wear that. I abuse that as much as possible.
We still know who you are, Jeremiah.
Yeah.
There's not many 8-foot tall people with dreadlocks walking around.
I mean, I definitely do like that aspect. I won't lie. I like the incognito aspect a bit.
This isn't fucking Assassin's Creed. We still can recognize people with masks on.
I looked for an Assassin's Creed style mask and I couldn't find one within my price range.
Well, I guess that's your problem. Without one, people are definitely going to recognize you, it sounds like.
Yeah, I gotta put the hair away for sure.
You gotta do that thing when you walk through a crowd when you like twist your shoulders and like put your hand on people's shoulders and like, please get out of my way. You guys know what I'm talking about?
The Taylor Swift method of getting through a crowd.
No, it's a deep cut nerd reference. Never mind.
Sorry, I had one of those today. Do you guys remember
Now I
the
feel like a
MySpace
fucking
movie?
loser. No, I don't remember the MySpace movie.
No,
actually.
it's not as big and grand as it sounds. It was literally just an 11-minute movie on MySpace that had like 3 different skits in it, and one of them was this guy who met a girl on the internet, and her name was Yita, and she was Eastern European, and he talked his friend into going on this blind date with this girl he met on MySpace named Yita, and they get there, and she's a Yeti. And her name is not Yita. She's a Yeti. But in reality, she's just a super ugly guy who's dressed up as a super ugly girl in drag and has like slurred makeup.
But there's no
And
Yeti?
No, I mean, she's technically a Yeti. The guy's, his friend is like, is he Yeti? And like, she comes over and stands in between, dude, and this line will live with me for as long as I live. The man dressed as a woman grabs the fake tits and it just says, do you want to see the angry beavers?
What?
Do you want to see them? Do you want to see my angry beavers?
What is happening right now?
Do you want to see my angry beavers?
I heard
she
you.
said, as she grabbed her tits.
I heard it. I
That
just
is Jeremiah.
can't comprehend it.
I almost like the stylized thing you just did. It was like reading from the book, the novel based on that movie.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So just to be clear, it sounds like the Yeti person was grabbing their own fake tits and talking about wanting to get down on some angry beavers.
That is correct, Jared.
I gotta say, I'm too high for that. I was
I'll find
transported
it.
with that story. I felt like I was there, and I was.
Dude,
You might have been.
You're like, I don't want to be there, man. All right.
Have you guys ever seen the butterfly effect? Okay, go ahead.
Oh, with Ashton Kutcher?
I have not.
Yeah, that movie's fucked up, man.
Have you
Oh
seen
my God.
There's like 3 of them or something like that.
I don't give a shit about the other ones. The first one is the saddest. It's up there with like Requiem for a Dream or
Oh, that's
Kids.
awful.
Like I don't know if you've ever seen Kids. That movie's just as bad as Requiem.
Kids.
But
is
like
hard.
Kids is super hard, bro. Ends with the girl getting raped, and you know she's getting AIDS while it's happening.
That's a
it's-
bummer.
It's fucking rough. This one ends with Ashton Kutcher killing himself, so it's almost as good, if not better.
Dude, I remember.
He's armless. He blew his hands off, and he's trying to drown himself in a tub. Like
I
just
remember hearing about that and was like, that doesn't sound like a fun movie.
Patrick tried to talk me into watching it as a kid, and he described this like child pornography scene, and I was just like, nah, I don't need to watch that. Thanks.
That's fair. Do you remember when we
Yes.
watched the Dungeons and Dragons movie at your house with Patrick?
Of course I do. With one of the Wayans brothers.
It was amazing. Lead
Yeah,
bad.
it's a very, very, very terrible movie.
The one
Go
live
ahead, bud.
action one they've done.
Yeah, it actually also starred the creator
What's probably
of the guy. It's the guy. It's one of the dudes from Wizards of the Coast, or the guy who sold it to Wizards of the Coast. I can't remember which, but he's like the main villain or some shit like that, or maybe just like a super random cameo. I can't remember which. But one of the Wayans brothers is in it, isn't he?
Was it the 2000? There's one from 2000. Is it that one? Yes,
Who's-
Marlon Wayans.
That one. That's the one.
It
Yes.
says it stars Jeremy Irons as
Yep.
Proflon, Marlon
sounds-
Wayans as Snails.
Yeah,
Snails.
Snails.
What a great name.
That's such a good name.
Couple of their
Proflon and
hotspots.
Snails.
Proflon.
New band name.
Yo, dude.
Okay, so I had a crazy thought. Here's a weird thought.
What's that?
Because you guys, I heard you guys talking about having Sath reunions.
Yeah,
and
dude.
it made me think about like what other musical projects could we revive easily? That
Don't
would
say the Waldos.
maybe.
What were you gonna say? Hold on.
Well, no, the Waldos Fresh. I mean, yeah.
Is that what you were gonna say? Was the
Man,
Waldo?
I thought Waldo's. I thought. Well, I just thought of the ones that I did. So it was like the Waldos, Steel Armadillos, and Zebras in America.
Oh my god, dude! What was Zebras in America?
Zebras in America was a punk band that I made with Rex, and I think Joey was kind of in it. I don't remember.
Loosely associated.
But we had
Joey fucking Frazier.
we had such smash hits like East of Jarvis, which was about a stalker girl that lived east
Rex
of
talks
Jarvis
about that.
Street. And
The frisbee golf course that we play frisbee on a lot is east of Jarvis, and
Yep.
Jarvis is right there
Yep.
at the bottom, at the south end of Grant.
Them's
And,
our stomping grounds. We know about that.
Yeah, and so every time we're playing hole 3 at Tedford, we all look at Jarvis, and if you land east of Jarvis, then he makes a comment about it.
Nice. And I can't remember some of the other. I think we just had a song called "Zebras in America," and there was a line something about "Listen to my hooves, listen to my hooves." And then we never recorded it, but I remember we had written a song in gym class. I just had this notebook we'd fill with stupid songs. We write like 3 a day, and one was called "Electric Shit Cat." And
Self-explanatory.
I wish I could find that fucking notebook.
Damn, dude. I feel that way about so much. I feel like there's just so much like random like writing and shit that I wish I could like.
Oh,
find.
it's all bad.
It's all bad, but
I'm not saying yours. I'm saying Electric Shit Cat was bad.
Oh,
As you can imagine.
fair enough. I feel
Sounds like a banger.
I feel like it's just one of those things you just like. I don't know. It's strange when you lose that kind of shit sometimes though.
Moving fucks you up, man. When you move a bunch, you don't really realize how much you lose until you have a chance to not find it. And then when you don't find it and you realize it's gone, geez, I've lost so much shit. Golf clubs, instruments, our revenge suits, like so many things just because I had to move.
Yeah.
Do you still have that photo? The photo of the night we played that Nadine took of us?
Yeah, it's on a computer somewhere.
Yeah,
It's on probably her hard drive, so.
I want that real bad.
But I was thinking about this idea while you guys were just, Caleb, you were just talking about Zebras in America. So I was just thinking how fucking fun it would be to like literally try and make like a big compiled list of all these different bands that all of us have like shipped.
The spider web?
Well, it'd be really fun to try to make band t-shirts for all of them.
Oh, that would be funny.
And then like distribute them eventually to like, you know, all the homies. I think
Just
it'd be really fucking cool.
Dead band t-shirts. If you're in that band, you get one.
Ooh, dead band t-shirts.
Dude, like how fucking cool would that be though? Like,
That would be
Why is
great.
that such a good idea?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe it's the weed. Maybe it's Maybelline. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's. But no.
He's born with it.
No, but I think it'd be really. That'd be a fun project to try to take on too.
Yeah.
You know, because then it'd be fun to like try to like design something. Like you'd have to like really like try and like, you know, get in the spirit a little bit of that and try and figure out like a design for that shirt. And then once you have an
Silk
idea,
screen.
we could like easily like get them printed off somehow. You know, so.
Well, it's a little ambitious, but what if you guys
For sure.
made a Jay Schmouder Christmas sweater?
Oh, my
Like
God.
Christmas in the underworld.
Just go all the way
That'd be fucking
ambitious.
incredible, man.
Make
Oh,
100 of them, sell them all in town.
so-
It would just be friends and family.
Exactly, but it'd be so fucking. That'd be so fucking cool. I bet we could.
Yeah.
I bet we could hawk it. Yeah, that shit would be fun.
Yeah.
I'm really trying to like. You know, I had kind of like roped Dusty and Nick into the general idea of like trying to revitalize Schmouder, and we've like slowly put some thought to it, but it's like. It, you know, like with like I like launched the idea when school was just like kind of culminating there, and then like work turned into like nothing but fuckery, and so like it's been like I like had
Butt
this
fuckery.
Schmouder energy, then it kind of is like it's like waned a bit, and now like it's like weird trying to get that like by yourself over here, but you know, like all that shit that Dusty uploaded on SoundCloud, like I don't know, it's probably all just us like sporadically listening. Well, it's definitely all of us just sporadically listening to it, but like that shit definitely helps, like kind of like, you know, because you're just being solo over here, just like it's just kind of like, you know, it kind of helps pump you up in this weird way where you're like, okay, like there's that energy. Let's fucking go. But yeah, all these like everybody's been getting kind of like really into the talking about these old bands, and I just think it'd be really like a really fun thing to like slowly chip away at like some, you know.
I mentioned the idea of
alive
like
but dead alive.
Dead alive. I remember mentioning the idea to Jameson about like everyone kind of meeting up somewhere, maybe at Dusty's house sometime, and he said he would be down for that. So I mean, that really only leaves you and Nick that are far aflung. The rest of us are pretty close.
Yeah, fair.
And who knows, maybe we could like, if we hung out for a long enough, like for a day or something, we could record an impromptu piece of shit reunion song.
Everybody together.
It will be like We Are the World.
Yes.
We are the Snatch.
We are the Snatch. I think Caleb, you need to keep that idea alive, because that would be really fucking funny.
That would be fun.
That would be super incredible. Somebody's got to do like the Bob Dylan dance. It'd be Jeremiah. He'd be Bob Dylan in the
100%.
situation.
Yep. Let me tell you about a little town called the Snatch.
Just dead stare. Have you guys seen that video of him doing that performance, man? He just
Which one?
Doing the performance of that, like We Are the World or whatever the fuck.
Oh God,
like,
yes, a million times.
He's just so dead, like on the inside while he's performing it.
He probably didn't want to do it.
I really don't think he did. I mean, it looks like he's just mouthing the lyrics most of the time.
I'm getting paid
like,
a lot of money to be here.
Yeah, he's just like, I'm fucking here. This is what they get. I'm in leather.
It's probably not enough. Poor guy.
They pay him way too much anyway.
I mean, his album he did with Metallica is pretty fucking awful.
I didn't know that was a thing, and what?
Oh, it's not Bob Dylan. It's Lou Reed. Same person. I'm an
They're
idiot.
different people.
I know they're different people, but in the grand scheme of things,
I don't know, man. Bob Dylan. I feel like there's a good difference between the two.
oh, I'm ignorant to both. Just so we're aware. I'm just saying it's a lot like.
I like that you say it so sassy. Just so I'm aware. Just so you're aware.
I'm not super familiar with Lou Reed, but I can say with confidence Bob Dylan is. Ugh.
Aside from Woody Guthrie, Bob Dylan's like Bob Dylan, you know.
I like Woody Guthrie.
Woody Guthrie and Bob. Well, I mean, if Woody Guthrie was never around, Bob Dylan wouldn't exist. We all know that.
I mean, I just kind of wish Bob Dylan didn't exist.
Maybe we should go back in time.
What's your beef with the Dylan? What's your beef with Bob Dylan?
We should go back in time and kill Woody Guthrie so that Bob Dylan never exists.
I don't know what my problem is with Bob. I think that maybe somewhere deep down inside, I think he's a racist.
He's a beatnik weirdo.
And you know what? Who's the guy? Who are the main?
He's a closet racist, beatnik weirdo.
I don't like him. He needs to put on a tie and go get a job and go to work.
Yeah.
Shut up and die at
fucking hippie.
70 from a heart attack like a good American.
Who's the dude that's Alan? Who's the beatnik?
Alan Thicke.
Allen Ginsberg.
Allen Ginsberg. Maybe.
I mean, are you talking about Jack Kerouac, Allen Ginsberg?
Jack Kerouac. 100% Jack Kerouac.
Bunch of hippie scum.
Jack Kerouac, he wrote The Road, right?
No, The Road is a sad.
On the Road. He wrote On the Road.
On the Road.
The Road is by Cormac McCarthy, and that's different. Yeah. That book is hard.
On the Road. Right. Okay. Jack Kerouac is a member of NAMBLA. Or was. He's dead now. Do you guys know what NAMBLA is?
I've heard it, but...
Explain thyself.
NAMBLA is the North American Man-Boy Love Association and are advocates for pedophilia.
That's not nice. Shouldn't
you can
that.
fact check me on this, Bug. I might not be right, but I'm pretty sure it's Kerouac. It's the asshole who wrote On the Road. I know because I've seen the video of On the Road.
What was the
NAMBLA? NAMBLA, North American Man Boy Love Association. They are a real association. They're actual advocates for pedophilia.
Is my computer gonna get is the government gonna start looking at my computer if I look this up?
Go to Wikipedia. Just go to Wikipedia and do it.
Don't join NAMBLA by accident, Jared.
Don't.
Yeah, this is
for real,
that would be it.
Seriously, don't. Enter your email address.
I'm gonna look it up. But yeah, okay. Continue your story though. So supposedly.
Oh yeah, all beatniks are pedophiles.
What?
Apparently,
No,
are some of the early like post-hardcore, early metalcore
Oh my
frontmen.
god! Here. you go.
They're getting snatched up. Oh, you still like this band? Oh, now the members are all going to jail.
The lead singer of As You Lay Dying just got out of jail. It's true, Jared.
Did he?
Am I right?
I really wanted to follow up on that fucking dude's story, man. Yeah, you're right.
It's amazing.
So the North American Man Boy Love Association, NAMBLA, is a pedophilia and pederasty, whatever, advocacy organization.
Prestigious.
In the United States. It works to abolish age of consent laws criminalizing adult sexual involvement with minors.
That's
What the
gross.
fuck does that exist for? That is
Jack Kerouac is a part of it.
that is fucking gnarly.
Let's kill him.
So what I'm saying
dude,
is
look at
Jack
this. Look at
Kerouac
associated
is
individuals.
R. Kelly.
I think okay. Hold on. It's
Yeah, read
according
that.
to Wikipedia, it says Allen Ginsberg was the
There it
defender
is.
of NAMBLA.
Ooh, so you were right on the first time you said it. Was Allen Ginsberg, not Jack Kerouac. Okay.
All right. Kerouac's grave can unturn. Allen Ginsberg, turn the fuck over.
There, you fucking beat it.
God damn, dude. What the fuck is that shit, man? That's
Bunch of
so-
common
The real
pieces
world.
of shit.
That
I
is
know,
the real
I know.
world.
I know, but like, what the f, dude?
What the effing F?
Yeah, there's like I think the most recent case that they like actually had at trial was in 2000. Looks like.
Jesus.
So like, I mean, they're active.
We love each other.
Let's start a task force to destroy them.
Assassinate those people. I always thought about what would happen if the world gathered a task force to assassinate the wealthiest people on the planet.
Well, I mean, if they're bad, we got to kill bad guys.
I know, but what if some person was just like, I'm gonna kamikaze Jeff Bezos when he's in space?
Well, then say goodbye to convenient
Hey.
ordering and delivery.
Amazon crashes the next day.
That's not what's
okay.
gonna happen.
If you guys,
That wealth will disappear.
if Bezos disappears, like Amazon would function like it would just keep chugging along. The next richest guy in line would just like take over basically. He'd shave his head and become Bezos.
No, I think he probably has a compound
Successors.
of clones and tanks, and then when his current body dies, he transfers his consciousness to the clone bodies, so his empire can live on.
So,
Did you see the petition?
Empire can continue. The what?
There's a petition to keep Bezos from landing on Earth when he's in space.
I did hear about that. You exited the planet. You can't come back.
You can't. I'm sorry. You're exiled from the planet. Goodbye.
Do
He
you have
forgot
a
his passport. Yeah.
Exactly. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, they're like that shit's wild to me. I mean, like, just I don't know. It's just it was strange like years ago, like 10, 12 fucking years ago when you start hearing about like who's the first dickhead? Probably like Richard Branson dicking around with like space stuff.
Oh
You know,
Jesus,
ver-
yeah.
And then all the it's like that's going somewhere, and then here we are now where it's like, like,
Not really doing much.
yeah, they're just I mean, they haven't made
You
much
own a
progress,
company?
but now they're starting to
Go to
like,
space.
now they're starting to sell tickets for like space flights that are
Well,
supposedly
Richard-
scheduled and like
Richard Branson started doing that with, I think it was Virgin Mobile or
Virgin,
some
yeah.
shit like that.
Were they
Like,
doing,
like 12 years ago, they were like first tickets sold to go into space. Like
were they doing,
a
like-
while ago.
were they doing like upper atmosphere trips?
Yeah,
I think so.
it's like just a technicality of space. Like,
Yeah.
Mm.
I think like they're talking about like finally like now actually like I don't
In
know.
orbit.
Yeah. Penetrating
Like,
the vastness of space.
see, my
Getting
dream
out there.
My dream is
Getting
to-
out there.
is to become an ice belt trucker in space, and I go harvest ice from asteroids, and then I bring them back to Earth, and I just like, here's some space ice, give me $1 billion. I'm like, yeah, cool.
That is literally the plot of a Cowboy Bebop episode.
Well, that's
yeah,
what I
hold
want
on,
my
hold
life
on.
to be.
So like, but would you also? I feel like if you're living this lifestyle, Caleb, you have to like at least put arm wrestling in there somewhere.
Sure. I mean,
Over the top, bitch.
there's
Yeah,
gonna
dude.
be a lot of downtime on the ship, so I'm gonna have to assemble a crew. You guys can come.
We have to teach your son
we're
the
invited?
values of
Invited?
being a
Okay,
man.
but hold on. Are we working for you? or are we like associates?
We're gonna
How's
start
this
an
work?
LLC. We'll divvy it up. We can go in on a ship together. Me and Nick could talk about this a lot.
I just don't want to end up like Charlie from It's Always Sunny in the situation where somehow I just end up the janitor of the ship.
Well, no,
There's a wild card though. A wild card.
we'll have a chore wheel.
Okay, as long as there's a chore wheel on the ship, I'm on board.
Yeah.
I'm definitely down to harvest ice on asteroids and shit, man.
Yeah, I want ice watching.
It's
duty. I just
2021.
want to watch the ice.
Well, that's also, I mean, it's important duty, you know. Somebody has
Super
to
important.
keep eyes on the ice at all
Yeah.
times.
Yeah, if it crashes into us, we can't go home.
I'm already so chill that I feel like it wouldn't affect me.
Oh, we can make so many Mr. Freeze jokes.
Exactly.
Oh, some ice to meet you.
Whoever has that position just actually has to spray paint their skin blue and pretend.
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
Like you have two crew members under you, and they both have to dress like silver hockey players.
Yeah, why
Like-
not?
Canucks.
Yeah, the Canucks. Dude, speaking of hockey, I don't know if either of you guys. I've been trying to get into hockey lately because it's been always like really kind of fast and like an interesting sport to me. And I was just trying to watch like the second Stanley Cup game yesterday.
What's going on right now?
Yeah, it's it's Tampa Bay versus Montreal, and Tampa Bay is shockingly like really. I mean, I don't know. They seem to be like running around with circles around the other team, but either way, I tried to get through. I don't know if either of you guys ever like. I mean, I don't think
Hockey's
Jeremiah
brutal.
does. Are you into anything like sports wise?
Yeah, frisbee golf. There's the PDGA, which
you guys-
is pretty
yeah.
prominent.
Okay. Well, I mean, like, do you guys, is
it's
there like a extended commentary and shit like that? Like,
Yep.
there was like an hour and a half of fucking commentary on this, like before this game that
Yeah.
I was trying to watch.
That sounds normal.
Jesus,
I
no.
couldn't stand it.
There's
dude.
not that.
If it's like a major sport, then like, you know, if you're watching like an NFL game, if it's like a big one or like, you know, the Stanley Cup's obviously big, so they're gonna
Yeah.
blather on forever and fill a bunch of air
Yeah.
advertisement.
It was stupid because they promoted the game as starting at one time, and then it was just like an hour and a half of bullshit. And then like right before the game, they cut away to like these two fucking jabroni looking fucking rappers on stage going like, and like all these like people were just like in this pool randomly in front of them. And then it goes into like the pregame show. And then finally, like an hour and 15 minutes later or whatever, it's like after that original hour and a half, you're like, the game starts. And I'm just like, and then like 5 minutes into it, or not even 5 minutes into it, like 2-3 minutes into it, it cuts away for a fucking commercial, and it just keeps doing that over and over and over and over. I was just like, dude, this sucks, man. Like, this is the reason why I don't have the attention span for this shit. Like, I want to try and watch this game, and then it just keeps cutting away and cutting away, and I'm just like, oh, fuck this. Like,
The playoffs for
ruined it
hockey
for
are
me, man.
intense. Like they don't like in football, right? You take time off in between games. Even during the playoffs, I don't know what football is, like the running for the Super Bowl or whatever the fuck. But in hockey, if you play your cards right, you will play hockey at your peak athleticism, full bore for like 32 days straight.
Jeez.
Every day. It's like it's one of the most athletically grueling sports to play in the finals.
if you think about it, you have to win you play 7 games and you have to win. Well, I mean, there's 7 games to play and you have to win 4. So it's like, you're basically, I mean, if that, you know, that number can keep being even the entire time, but like 7 games back to, you know, pretty much back to back.
Boom, 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 boom.
Hard. Like,
No time off. Fuck your ankles.
Jeez, yeah, ugh.
Like in the first game, this dude from Montreal got his head domed into the ice. It was like, and he was like, you know, just busted open his fucking forehead and shit. It was pretty gnarly. I was like,
Hockey! Oh yeah.
I ran to the fridge, grabbed a beer, didn't drink it, just opened it and threw it just for the sport. Right?
Yeah,
Right.
that's what you do.
I hope it was the Rainier. God damn it. Fucking Azalea Dine. Motherfucker got out of jail. We didn't talk about his story.
Tim Lambesis.
Tim Lambesis. So
Diabetes.
Tim
Diabetes.
Diabetes Tim
Sorry.
Diabetes goes to jail for soliciting an FBI agent to kill his wife at the gym. He goes to jail. He's
What is an
in jail,
FBI agent doing stalking at the gym?
right? Because this motherfucker is asking about somebody to kill his wife. So
Which
He goes-
sorry, I just
No,
remember
no,
when
go.
this happened, and like, I really just didn't believe it. I thought it was just like a fucking made up.
it's crazy. It's
Like-
fucking nuts that like a Christian metal band that broke into the metalcore scene, the secular metalcore scene, and then subsequently became like a cornerstone in that genre, and then like, you know, like God is great kind of shit, and then boom, he's arrested for attempted murder.
Yeah.
It's fucking out of left field. Like, these guys had so many Christian youth group goers by the chode, and then this, I wish I could have been around like a 15-year-old kid who was in love with Azalea Dying the second he got that news at youth group, and he just like,
Crumpled inside.
I'm
what
sure he
about-
unfolded inside.
I mean,
yeah.
what about his project though, Austrian Death Machine? I still
Amazing.
listen to Austrian Death
No.
Machine, obviously.
They
It's
were
fucking
in production of
incredible.
their third or fourth record right when he got arrested, and as far as I know, he hasn't done anything with that so far.
Yeah.
He's
But
in jail.
this isn't even the
good.
best.
He's
No,
good.
he's out of jail
Anyway,
now.
So
They
yeah.
Azalea Dying released a new record. This is not
Oh.
the best part of the story. So he goes to jail. Motherfucker, for his defense, used the defense that he was high on steroids for years. Basically, he takes steroids and then goes weightlifting. So he said that like roid rage and hormone imbalance is what led him to these decisions that he made, which also dictated how long his sentence was. So he goes into jail. He no longer has steroids. What happens when you stop injecting massive amounts of testosterone into your body every day?
Oh no.
Immediately.
I know the answer.
So he goes to the med bay in the hospital, and they refuse to treat him. They refuse to give him Meridol, I think is the thing that you need when you are coming down from steroids, to combat the hormone imbalance. He doesn't get any of that. He just develops a fully mature set of mammary glands and tits.
he
Separate
turned
things.
He turned into Bob.
He turned into
from Fight
Bob
Club.
Yeah.
from Fight Club. So he gets in prison where men will rape other men, a full mature set of boobies for those men to grope on while
Oh,
they
no.
are raping him. So
That's a rough time.
he
Oh.
gets out of jail. He serves his full sentence, gets a mastectomy right after getting out of jail, wins the lawsuit against the jail for neglect, and then joins his Christian band again, and immediately records a new record
What a
after a
strange,
mastectomy.
what a strange fate this man has.
What a strange roller coaster ride, man. Okay.
Cool
But,
guy.
How recent is is his release?
He got out within the last. He got out in
guy.
2018. he got out in 2018, 2019, right before COVID, for sure.
Okay. Well, I mean, again, you know, we all know Tim Lambesis is probably listening to. So, Tim, if you want to ever hop on one of these,
Call it in.
by all means, talk about your adventures.
Yeah.
This shit's crazy, man.
Call 509-69-69-69-69, and one of us will answer.
Hey, what do you want?
That's not a phone number.
Could be.
It could be if you want. Yeah. He. Oh, it says no. It says.
I think it was one too many.
Yeah, he was
numbers.
released on December 17th, 2016.
16. Shit. Okay, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Well, they As They Lay Dying dropped the video where they're like, "Welcome back, Tim," and it's like 20 minutes of super heartfelt, emotional, like, "Well, we brought him back in the band because," and then like, bullshit, all while like some terrible piano acoustic guitar music is happening in the background, and it's super emotional, and no one gives a fuck.
Who
Fuck
was
that
it?
band.
What was the name? What was his? Was he? So I can't. Like you mentioned it, but he was trying to. Okay, hired a hitman to Kill his
kill his
estranged
wife.
wife Megan Murphy. Okay, never mind.
Because
I saw
she
that
was
he like remarried. He married a year after like getting out of prison. And I was like, did he marry
Yeah.
the same person? They're just
I
like,
hope
it
not.
was, a great romantic gesture after all.
I tried to kill you, now suck my dick. He what was I gonna say?
That'll never work.
And that's my life.
He wrote a letter to her where it's like, I don't believe in God anymore. I'm fucking like 3 girls and I don't care about you. And she was like, well, I'm going to use this in court to get the kids. And then he was like, went to the gym and was like, I need someone to kill my wife. And then that FBI guy was like, I'll do it.
I just like they're just immediately like, well, fuck this. He's like, you win this one, and he just leaves the house, just pumping somebody.
Yeah.
I need to hire somebody, one of these motherfuckers to kill.
Right? Who thinks you're gonna find somebody at the gym? You don't go to the gym to find somebody to kill someone. What the fuck was he thinking?
It's just
Go
all
to the bar late at night.
It all sounds like the fucking movie like Burn After Reading, where it's just like one
Oh
fucking
my
stupid
God.
thing leads to another, and it's just like one fuck up after another.
I just watched that movie.
Debacle of all of a sudden, Tim Lambesis has titties and he's fronting As I Lay Dying again.
That could be the sequel to that movie.
If John Malkovich starred in it, I would fucking
Burn
watch
After
it.
Reading, the Tim Diabetes story.
They just get his name. Yeah, they don't get the actual license to it.
Yeah, they have
call
to.
it just Tim Diabetes.
But
I'm saying-
the twist is that he doesn't develop diabetes.
No, yeah.
Thankfully.
If John
The
Malkovich,
entire movie, everybody assumes, but no.
No.
as long as John Malkovich plays Tim Diabetes, I'm okay.
That would be if John Malkovich is involved, I'm always down.
That murder scene, the murder scene in that movie that John Malkovich does is comparable, if not just as brutal, as Daniel Day-Lewis's murder scene in There Will Be Blood when he murders the preacher in the bowling alley. I think both of those are super like parallel, and I've watched both recently, which is why I'm seeing the parallels. But like,
Dude,
you have a drunk man. Oh my! I showed it to my girlfriend just because she's never seen the movie,
Yeah.
and I was like, we got to watch the scene where he drinks his milkshake, and I put it on, and oh my God, it's so fucking good. Daniel Day-Lewis is such a good actor. He's so good.
He's busy making shoes.
He is a cobbler, but like he's always going to be the butcher from Gangs of New York in my mind, because that's the pinnacle of his roles.
You know what's really upsetting is like how amazing he was in that movie and how terrible Cameron Diaz was in it. Like having to listen to her do like a half-ass Boston Irish accent. Hurt
It's
me
about
so
her
bad.
ass, though. It's about her ass and her titties. The whole movie, it has nothing to do with what comes out of her mouth.
Yeah.
It's what goes
accent,
into it.
oh my God, the accent ruined everything. I was just like, I can't.
She fucks Leo like 30 minutes into that movie. You get full boobies from Cameron, I think, in the hay bale. I'm pretty sure. You get an ass.
That'd be
It's
itchy.
about her ass in movies.
Either way, though, I think Cameron Diaz legit quit acting because I think she was just tired of being like overtly sexualized instead of being like given decent things to do. So
The Holiday. She wasn't sexualized in The Holiday at all. That's a great movie.
that movie solely, like all movies Jack Black is in, rides exactly on his stout tummy.
Jude Law. Jude Law's fire in that movie. Kate Winslet's fire in that movie. Cameron Diaz is no longer Mexican, but pretty fucking white in that movie, but relatable.
I cannot picture a Jude Law role that I care for.
That I care about that. I care about I Heart Huckabees.
I guess I do like I Heart Huckabees. I thought you were gonna say AI for a second.
I mean, I was getting there.
Somebody,
but Haley Joel Osment steals that fucking movie, and everybody knows that.
Yeah, I mean, they actually that movie. I remember I actually got really popular. Didn't it win? I don't give a shit if it won an award, but I remember
Who cares?
It got blown up. It was a Steven Spielberg movie. Damn it!
Well, Bicentennial Man
Kill
was,
him.
I think, the better version.
That was one was weird. Like there aren't like, so I always kind of keep my eyes peeled for like sci-fi movies as they come out, and I say like 70% of them are like, yeah, but once in a while you'll get like a really solid one. Like I remember, was it Sunshine? I really liked Sunshine.
Sunshine of a Spotless Mind, or just Sunshine?
No, just Sunshine.
Never
Yeah.
seen it.
Oh, dude, Jeremiah, you should definitely check it out. It's fucking rad.
It's creepy.
It's creepy as fuck.
We'd watch obscure horror movies as much as possible. Like we've been doing. Have you guys seen the movie VHS?
No.
Oh,
It's a found footage horror movie.
yeah, I've seen that. I think the first one.
Bro, I got so hard. Any found footage horror movie, no matter how bad it is, I will watch just because that's my kink.
That's your game. The found
Yeah,
footage.
that's my thing. Yep, 100%.
Oh man, I still
I-
remember.
So
What
many.
was it? What was it? The one that like scared everybody for a minute, but then they made like 8 of them. And they're dumb.
Oh,
Um,
Paranormal Activity.
Yep, I watched that
Dude.
by myself
Ah.
in the estate upstairs in the dark, and I was like walking in my car, just like gonna drive home, and I was scared all night.
Yeah, I remember the first. I think the first time I watched it was also at the estate. We watched it.
I think
at
we
different-
watched it.
Was it like?
I
'cause
think.
I
Oh, maybe I
somebody
wasn't
had-
alone then. Yeah, it was
somebody
me.
had turned it on, and I just remember like eventually just like sitting down, like and like it kind of like. Anyway,
I think it was me, you, and Dylan Standerford.
it was. I remember it like when I got spooked by that shit when it came out for sure. But I just recently actually rewatched that because I was just like, fuck it, why not? And it definitely like.
Does it hold up?
I wouldn't say it does necessarily, and I think it's
I
maybe
did not.
because it's partially because it becomes predictable after even only seeing it like once before, but it's also like I don't know. It's just like it doesn't the found aspect, like the kind of filming aspect of it. I just don't really like where he,
Yeah.
it's just like this guy just incessantly, make like shoving the camera in people's faces basically. And
That's
I'm
why
like,
the demon killed him.
yeah, well, exactly. That's the whole point of the
Fucking
movie, right?
camera
It was
in
like,
my
it was like, yeah, it was like, now you know, like, but like, yeah.
If you guys like Bad Ben, if you guys like the Paranormal Activity, Bad Ben, that franchise, I believe all of the movies are on Amazon. There's like 8, 9 or 10 of them. It is about a specific house that like somebody puts a security system in, and it gets terrorized by. You don't find out till like the 5th or 6th movie what the entity is, but you get to see all these different people interacting with it and how it
Interesting.
terrorizes them
Creepy.
individually. It's super good.
That's cool.
But
Big Ben is that?
Bad Ben.
Oh, Bad Ben. Okay.
Yeah, it's all of them are on Amazon. I'm almost positive. There was a different thing I was going to say, but yeah, but Bad Ben's pretty for found footage in the Paranormal Activity range. That shit just didn't. Paranormal did not scare me at all. I was pretty bored most of the way through.
Well, I think part of it is that it also just got blown up, dude. The overhype became pretty real on that shit, and so
It was also like not the first of its kind, but it was like a
Up there.
defining part of that genre.
Well, definitely, it was like it was like when Saw broke, dude. Saw was
Yeah.
was not.
So many sons.
It was just like I don't think it was it was expected to be as prominent as it was, and like I'm
Yeah.
not like a big like I think the last time I checked into that franchise was honestly Saw 2.
The new one actually looks really good. I can't remember what it's called.
I want
but it
to
looks
see it just
really
because
good.
Chris Rock is involved. Like
There it is. Yeah.
a Spiral is what it's called, and
Yeah.
I'm just intrigued because like supposedly he had actually purchased the rights to do the movie, and because him and I can't remember who else were really really
Spike Lee.
invested in the series, basically. Like they just really liked the series and wanted to do something with it.
It seems like such a departure because whenever I thought of Saw movies, I always thought of like some kid wearing trip pants who really, really likes White Zombie and Slipknot, and I'm like, I don't think
That's
I want to
not
hang
cool,
out with
man.
you. Hey,
You're pigeonholing, bro.
well, am I wrong though? Like, it's
No,
like,
because that was me and Patrick.
like, you guys didn't give off the vibe like,
shout out to Patrick.
don't come
Baker,
over to
by
my
the way.
house because I might stab you.
No, we were pussies.
But
But how many children did Saw create? Like Turistas, Hostel, House
Yeah.
of Wax, like
For
all
sure.
these gore movies that never existed
Well-
before Saw.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, that was the same thing. Like, so similar to like what Paranormal Activity did. It kind of like revitalized a certain type of horror movie, right? Like, like Saw definitely revitalized like the gore horror, like it, you know.
Yeah,
and
that Hellraiser had established.
Yeah, for sure. It rides the coattails of Hellraiser in a less sci-fi way though, and that's the thing that
for sure.
I love about Hellraiser more.
Perfect.
I like Hellraiser more because it has that sci-fi element of just like, you know, they're from this weird fucking dimension. Have you guys seen the most recent Hellraiser movie?
Diana and I sat down and watched 1 through 4.
I tried to put it
in a row.
Yeah, I tried to put it on once. It seems like it's a pretty big. I mean, like,
is it still? It's still Pinhead.
I couldn't even honestly tell you. I watched part of it and I was just like, I'm just confused and lost. But I mean, that's one of those franchises. Like Hellraiser spawned like 9 movies at least. Saw similarly. Paranormal Activity. I can't remember what the count is, but you know, Caleb, you were right. Like earlier, it just ended up like spawning like at least 4 like extra fucking movies.
That's the thing though. Leprechaun, Friday the 13th, Freddy, or not Freddy. Nightmare on Elm Street.
But unlike those great franchises, which eventually turned to sort of comedic elements like within them, which they all did. Sure. Leprechaun for sure, Freddy for sure. Like there was definitely the horror element, but Freddy became kind of a comedic horror, like horror menace. And
no, you're right.
Like these ones, they just all stay they try to stay so serious throughout their entire tenure, and I think eventually it works against them because people are just like, okay, 5 movies in, it's this, like, I know that there's going to be a jump scare here. Like,
I mean, can we like, it's not too much of a pivot, but like, can we address the fact that there are now 9 Need for Speeds? Whoever thought that?
Oh, Fast and Furious.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're right.
That's video game Need for Speed. There's probably like 13 of those.
Vin Diesel owns the franchise now, and there's no way that Vin Diesel's gonna let it. He's owned it since Fast and the Furious 4. He bought it a long time. Like when 50 Cent bought Life Water or Smart Water, whatever the fuck. That's when Vin Diesel bought fucking that franchise, Fast and the Furious franchise.
The first one is like,
it's so big overseas. It's so big everywhere but America. Like it's huge in Russia. It's huge in China. It's gigantic in all of Eastern Europe. Like it's big in those markets. In America, it's just like a flex, basically. Like we have enough money to pay for advertisement for you to watch our commercials. We have enough money to put it in theaters that you're not going to go to, and we're still going to make bank. Fuck you, America. I don't think that's the sentiment, but that's in my mind how it comes off.
They did like the same kind of thing that they did with like the Die Hard movies, where like the first one's like very believable, and it's like, oh, like
Die Hard's great.
These are kind of normal people like in these crazy situations.
John McClane is not normal, bro.
And then a few movies in, all of a sudden we're jumping helicopters and
exactly.
No, we're running cars into helicopters to blow them up. Just
stuff like that.
That's live fast, die hard.
Well, exactly. I mean, like what you're talking about is like that first movie is a very grounded movie, right?
They didn't know what horse they had to beat in the face yet. So of course it's genuine.
Well, exactly. But I don't. I mean, there was never. I just recently went and saw the Fast and Furious 9 because those movies are so fucking no joke. Those movies are so fucking hilarious.
Right on, brother.
No, dude, they're so bombastic. They're fucking stupid. Like
it's action. It's just
boom, exactly.
Boom, boom.
And like that's why I think people like, I don't know. There's not a big market for it in America because it's like, I don't know. It's like stupid action. So it's not really like you either laugh at it or you're like really into it. And I don't think there's a big market for like getting really invested in action movies.
Outside 8.
Yeah. I think
you either laugh at it or you drive a huge truck.
I think comic book movies have like overtaken where the action movies place in a lot of ways. And so, I mean, I'm not saying that's a good thing or not. I just think that's kind of happened because they tend to be action oriented movies. And unfortunately they dole down a lot of what violence is. So they kind of like desensitize people. That being said, obviously you guys know I love comic movies. So
I mean,
you just got to be aware of what you fucking watch with that kind of shit.
What's the story even in Fast and the Furious? Paul? It's not Paul Rudd. That's just coming to mind.
It's Paul Walker.
Thank you. Paul Walker passed away, and now it's
well,
what?
that's it. Like so
They're gonna
kind
do a
of
heist.
what Caleb was talking about, where it's like it's literally like they get like the first movie. They're all very human characters. They get fucking shot, you know, they can get hurt. The second movie, they're a little more inhuman than the first. The third
Invincible.
The third movie, Tokyo Drift, has nothing to do with any of the other movies.
Wait, have you seen
except the post-credit scene?
Okay, Cars. Are we all familiar with the franchise that is Cars? They have a ride at Disneyland. You should be familiar with the.
I'm
I'm
aware
familiar.
of it.
I've never seen that shit.
Okay, it's fine.
I haven't.
They have a short. I'll send it to the group chat. There's a short called. There's a character named Mater, and Mater has a side spin-off movie called Mater's Scary Stories or whatever.
How do you
And
know
they
this?
He's the tow truck, right?
I have nephews and nieces.
Oh,
I have
okay.
nephews and nieces, and I've watched all of these. I've got 15 of them. So the Mater's Tall Stories or Tall Tales or whatever the fuck. They parody the Tokyo Drift, and
Really?
it's so fucking funny. Oh my god.
Well, so
It's only funny because I'm still 9 on the inside, and I doubt it's funny to real people, but I laughed at it.
well, so like Tokyo Drift was a weird like thing to put in that.
Never
in
seen
that
it.
film franchise, but
Oh, it's amazing.
You're talking about Vin Diesel, sort of like owning Fast and Furious.
Yeah, he bought it.
He also because of this like cameo he did in Tokyo Drift, like he owns the rights to the Riddick character that he portrays.
Oh fuck yeah!
And so
God,
that's why he was able
so
to
good.
like continue making movies about Riddick and stuff, was because he
That'd
did
be
that
cool.
cameo. He was
I
like,
think there's 3 or 4 of them. I know there's Pitch Black, there's the animated, and then there's the one where he has to fight the Planet Eaters.
yeah, there's like
God, those movies are so good.
Chronicles of Riddick, yeah.
Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so
And,
good.
well, and there's one I think they made after that. So-
Yeah, no, there's 4. There's totally 4.
And,
2 of them are animated.
but yeah. I mean, anyway, so he's made some smart moves off of those. But those movies, I mean, like Fast and Furious especially, they're just dumb franchises. And like I said, like they're stupid, like, and they're kind of fun in the
they
way
sell.
that like, well,
Yeah.
they're stupid and fun in the way that like old action movies are now. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like it's just you look at them and you're just like, wow, like that's way too big for this movie. Like,
Yeah. But I
you
mean,
know?
even before they had like that kind of level of like stupid action, like if you go back and I don't know, there's plenty of movies like the Pink Panther movies. There's a lot of like, you know, really like renowned movies coming out around that time, but then there's the Pink Panther, which is just the epitome of I love them though. They're so stupid.
They're so ridiculous.
Leslie Nielsen's Mr. Magoo is
Oh yeah.
only surpassed by Rowan Atkinson's Mr. Bean.
Oh, dude, that's the
there isn't-
crossover. Oh, that's the fanfic. That's the fan fiction idea for this episode, man.
Yeah.
Mr.
Magoo
Magoo
Bean
and Mr. Bean
crossover. Oh, so much chaos.
Oh,
So
my
much shit would happen.
Oh
He
my
can't
God.
see. He can't do anything. Just so many. Oh my God.
But yeah, dude,
The chaos. That shit fucks.
it slaps, if you will.
It rips.
It's fire.
But,
Goddamn.
these young
we-
people.
We sound so cool though saying it. I will say
Hey,
that.
I'm
I feel
I'm
like a
dating a
decrepit,
I'm
Oh,
dating
sorry.
a 20. I'm dating a 22-year-old, so I am
you know, all the
young.
lingo.
Jeremiah, you are the
Yeah.
hippest one. Well, you're definitely way hipper than I am when it comes to the cool kids.
I think
Uh,
that if me and Jameson are on the other end of that
Just
spectrum, I'm one step below him, but we're both sitting on a porch and rocking chairs. Like,
Either way, Jameson gives better hugs than you do.
yeah. Oh, okay. Yep.
Oh.
I'm not going to argue that, but fuck you.
Hey.
You know that those hugs are great.
Well,
Yeah.
that'll need to be part of this this hopeful gathering.
Jameson hugs.
It'll be a hug off.
There's a hug.
He's gonna win.
Both of you will stand side by side and we'll take turns hugging.
J-Mo will win. J-Mo's such a good hugger. There's so much to grab.
I don't want to lose, so I'm not gonna. I'm not even gonna give you guys hugs.
Oh.
You better gain 100
You just go
pounds.
give Jameson a hug and that's it.
And Jameson
Speaking
wins.
of Jameson, dude, thanks for. I think Kev, you gave him my number, I believe.
Yeah.
He reached out and I actually have like a podcast scheduled with him like next week. Or
Nice.
Like that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it'll be really cool catching up with him, man.
Ask that boy so many questions. He had a shot class that was pirate themed, and it was like it would tell you how much of a pirate you were based on how full the glass was.
Jared is legendary for drinking all, like, what was it, the 6-shooter, and you were the captain at Scott Weiss's house.
Yeah, well, you know, I still wear that captain's hat.
You earned it.
I still remember to this day watching the Bury Your Dead live DVD where the lead singer gets hit in the head with a guitar, and he goes to the hospital with no drugs and gets stitches in his scalp and in his skull with or staples, I can't remember which, but no drugs. And Jameson and I, while watching and commending this guy for being so straight edge, are taking shots of Black Velvet while watching it.
Good job on being straight edge, bud.
Like R&R. It was like it was definitely Canadian whiskey. It was definitely something Justin Gill would drink.
Oh, it was R&R.
Well, back in the day, man, we had plenty of BVR. There's like terrible. Oh God, Monarch vodka, man. Monarch.
Oh man.
That ruled our lives for a couple summers.
The Monarch burn.
It's all we could afford.
It was, dude. It was all we could afford, and Mantar was gracious enough to help expedite our situations. So
rest in power.
Yeah, amen. Rest in peace to my friend, man. Yeah, that's actually the, like, you know, I'm not to bring up that subject too much, but because it's kind of touchy, I think. It's hard, man. But that's the reason why I really started wanting to revitalize Schmouter, was because I was like, I kept thinking about Mantar, the song, and like how we all really love it and appreciate it. And I just really wanted, like, I would like to do like a you know, one last like epic fucking Mantar ode, I think.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like something like Ride Into the Fucking Night, man. It's like, you know,
we should burn something on a pyre.
Yeah, dude.
And like pour some
definitely
out.
down. We should definitely
Burning Man. We should burn a man.
Burn
we should
effigy.
burn an alive
Human?
man. No, a human that is alive. We should set on fire.
Let's find Nicolas Cage and put him in a burning wicker man.
No, just put a case on his face that's filled with flies, and then watch him horribly act out his face being eaten by flies.
It was bees.
No joke.
Was it the bees?
Not the bees.
There was like, I was trying to watch that on
Him and
Amazon
Oprah.
one day because I was like, I thought because that scene is so fucking funny, and I tried to like fast forward to it, and it was just cut the hell out, dude. It was like
It's all gone.
Yeah.
He was embarrassed.
It was so weird. It was like, you know, like it was like a fucking
It
TV
becomes a
edit
meme.
or something like that.
Cut
it was
it
like,
out.
It just like jumped from like one point in the movie to like them leading him to like the place where he's gonna get burned, and I was like, there are definitely some bees involved in between, motherfucker.
What happened was they had to cut it because Oprah actually stole all those bees and released them upon her audience.
Still one of the greatest.
It's my favorite thing. I'm gonna watch it. She's so happy about it. I would be too if I was a high level druid who can control bees.
Do you think that?
Or you were in. No, you could just. You can Bioshock. You just get you're in Bioshock, and you get the fly. You get the swarm plasmid, and then boom.
That she either went to, like, I don't know, the Highlands, where the ancient Picts used to live, and studied with the druids and learned how to do that shit, or she went under the ocean and got that.
Can we talk about Skyrim for a second?
Sure.
I was just gonna ask, are you guys playing games right now?
Yeah.
Skyrim.
Oh,
I'm playing Skyrim
for the first time?
No, for the 8th time.
Okay. Well, you don't know.
But no, I don't need to know anything. I want to school you.
No, you won't.
Skyrim. I'll be the judge.
What's the most expensive potion in Skyrim? And if it uses the giant's toe, you're incorrect.
No, I get asked questions too.
The most expensive to make or to
No,
like sell
to
or purchase?
sell. To sell. The most expensive potion you can sell in Skyrim that also is the highest EXP that you can gain while crafting.
Whoa! This question just got loaded here, man.
I feel
this
like
baked
this
potato
is-
just got some extra.
It's because I know it. I know the answer.
This is very meta, but I would guess it's like probably like a poison of paralysis or something like that.
It's not. It's
Oh.
potion of water breathing.
Oh,
And you get it with garlic, salmon roe, and Nordic barnacle.
oh.
And when you craft it and you have no crafting enchantments on your armor, it comes out to you can breathe underwater for 280 seconds. Your strength is regenerated at a 24% increase for 300 seconds, and your magicka is the exact same. It's regenerative at an increase of 24% for 300 seconds. When you have enchanting crap, like in craft, when you have potion armor on and shit, it boosts all that shit, and you can sell it for $1,000.
Cool
you can
story, you
craft-
fucking nerd.
All right, here's a question. What's the most expensive battle axe you can get?
What is this most expensive?
Okay, not
bullshit?
most expensive. What's the toughest battle? Like, what's the most unbreakable axe like in the game? You know, like they got all that like wear and tear, right? So, I have never played Skyrim. I wanted to. Everybody around me always plays it, and then I always get nerded out enough by watching people play it that I've never like honestly dug into it.
If you want the best introduction to Skyrim, Jared, I'm going to tell you how to do it.
I just did that right now. I'm sorry.
I will tell you how to play Skyrim for under.
Well, I don't necessarily want to play Skyrim. I'm not saying how do I say this? I'm not saying I don't want to play it. I'm just saying I'm not going to dedicate time to it. I know that about myself.
Buy a Nintendo Switch Lite. They're $200.
I have a Nintendo Switch.
Oh, well then just get Skyrim on it and play. There you go.
That's all
It's
you
like
need to
$20.
play Skyrim?
Yeah, Switch. There you go.
Something
it's
to
on
play
everything.
Skyrim on?
Yeah, no, and then you have it in your hand. It's like a Game Boy, and you can play a game that I had to play on the Xbox 360, tethered to a fucking television for 16 hours at a time on the bus when you want to.
You guys are noob status. I play on my PC and I use the console, and I can just give myself all the money I need.
The thing is, I don't think people understand that if you use a computer, that means you're gay.
Well, no. It just means that I have ultimate power and I can use mods. You know what I've
that
done?
ultimate power.
You guys want to
that
talk
does
about
sound
some
like-
fun mods? I can tell you some stories.
Well,
Do you have a portal gun?
yeah.
No,
okay.
I've done that. One of the other good ones is I turned the moon into the Death Star. I made lightsabers a thing. I did a lot of Star Wars mods. You can
Sounds like it.
Star Wars.
you can turn all the dragons into either Thomas the Train or Macho Man Randy Savage.
Macho Man, for sure.
When they both
You've listened to Macho Man's rap album, right?
no, I haven't, but that sounds
Macho
great.
Man Randy Savage has an entire rap album called Be a Man.
I love it. Well, when the dragon version of him flies through the sky, instead of the dragon roaring, he goes, "I'm gonna get you."
The cream rises to the top. I know that's not him, but it still
That's
counts.
okay.
That's
crazy. You can
That
do all
would be
kinds of fun stuff.
Yeah, like video games. I've just never like. I don't know. I get into games that I can like easily put down. You know, that's why I still like to
For
play
sure.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater and like, you know, like
For sure.
like Super Smash Brothers. Like,
Yeah.
I'm able to just like hop on, dick around for a little bit, and just be like, fuck it. Like, I don't know. It's just like for some reason I'm just like, I don't know. I've never done like an extended game. I've never really played like much RPG action.
Sure. I mean, that shit takes time. Like, my first favorite video game, I think, was Final Fantasy VIII, and that bitch is like 1,100 hours.
Are you gonna take a shit right now,
I
Jeremy?
know what you. I was like, what's going? What? Just talk over it. Just talk. Oh,
I think he is.
Thanks, Jeremiah.
Oh no, he's taking it. He's
just taking a leak. There's got to be a first for everything on Old Heart Radio.
What the flying fuck, man?
What's wrong? I had to go.
Hold it.
I'm not holding anything.
This is the first time in human history that a person has audibly peed on a podcast.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can fucking hear you.
We definitely had some action.
Could you hear the fart that I just farted?
No, I wish I had. Damn it.
Rip.
I'll get a better mic just for you, Caleb.
You need a fart mic.
I need a mic on my ass.
One dedicated fart mic. Just get an additional lapel mic and just clip it down there.
You could just take like an SM58 and wrap the cord over your shoulder, tape it at the right spot so that it's just like resting right against your butt.
There you go.
I have an SM58
so you can capture the perfect poof.
You guys hear that? I just dropped a greasy plopper.
So the person here that's like, I have an SM58, you're the one who's outside and no Wi-Fi. Using
I'm on
your
Wi-Fi now.
Speaker.
I'm on my cell phone.
Well, you know,
am I lagging again?
No,
you're fine.
Okay.
That's the whole thing. I just like that's what I love about doing these is just that, like, how do I say it? I think podcasts can definitely be polished shit. You know what I mean? And I think that keeping it, like, I'm literally not gonna edit this. You guys, like, unless there's like last time me and Jeremiah did one, we both had to take a piss, so there's this like weird pause section where nobody was like talking. We just, the air was air, dead air, and like that I'll edit. But like this, like,
it was the most interesting part of the podcast.
Sorry, Jeremiah, your piss is gonna be in there.
It's okay, I don't mind.
Why?
I'm glad it wasn't a shit. It could have been, but
you would have done it too.
Yeah, that's the fear. That's the fear. If it's ever a shit, we're gonna
with this guy.
It's ever a shit, we're gonna cut it off. But
you can't smell it. Who cares? I'll talk.
You can't. Smell
I'll save all
Not
of
yet.
my interesting stuff to say only for when I'm shitting. I'll save the most profound things when I am loosely letting out my stool.
Well, isn't that usually what, you know, when you know, good thoughts can pop in the head, you get that.
Oh,
ooh,
yeah.
All
of my thoughts.
I have a tattoo idea for you. I don't know if this is fully correct or accurate, but you could get in corporo veritas.
Why? Where would I get it, Caleb?
I don't know, like on your chest or something.
Is that poops at will in my
no, instead of in vino veritas and wine there's truth. And I think shit is corporal. So in corporal
in shit there's truth. I mean, that's a true statement.
Yep.
Yeah. Fecal grams or whatever. When you take fecal matter and put it between two slides and then put it under a microscope, that's a real thing.
I'm sure it is at like a medical lab.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, poop gram.
People
I hate that job.
People look at Dookie every single day.
Every day, there's a person's job that it is to just look at poop.
People get their lives saved by somebody else looking at their shit.
Yep. You have worms.
Have you heard of the Bristol stool scale?
No. What is this?
Yeah, we talked about it. We talked about it in high school all the time.
Well, there's a medical
look it up
scale.
on Wikipedia, Caleb or Jared. It's
you guys got to look it up.
Tell me what it is.
So it's basically like
the Bristol stool scale.
Some scientists in Bristol decided to like say, well, we got to have a measurable way to like determine what types of poops we're having for health. And so they just, did that.
They did it.
Yeah. Okay. I mean,
categorized poop.
They categorize. You can even put shit in a category.
Yeah.
Oh man, there's multiple like random charts you can pull up. There's definitely like tons of stuff on it.
The Bristol, though, that's the gold shit standard.
So it says, and you can look at it like type 1 seems to be. Oh, I wonder if I could just share this with you guys. Hold on.
That'd be rad.
Type 1 seems to be just some sort of.
I'll just look it up on my phone.
Okay.
No, that works.
Pellet like some sort of pellet.
That's right.
So
Yeah, that's the scale.
That's it.
yeah. So it seems that type
So,
1 to 2
type-
indicate constipation.
Yeah, you need to drink some water.
Yeah, dude. Look at those. Look at there's like little like individual
Rabbit
whoppers
pellets.
or whatever, and then there's like
Yeah,
tight. These ones are like
whoppers.
barely. These are kind of melted together, but they're totally like chunky still. Yeah.
M&M's in a bag in the sun.
Sausage shaped but lumpy, still constipated.
That's my dick if I've ever seen a picture of it.
Type 2.
Oh
Type 2.
god.
Type 2 on the Bristol stool 4 scale.
Oh, I have a type 2 on the
Well,
Bristol.
it's okay.
I'm
No,
gonna,
type 3 is clearly the thing's dick, so it's
oh,
like
Jesus.
this does like I guess it mimics stool and
What's the thing's name? Michael? What's his real name? Rich?
oh my god, why am I blanking on it right now?
Yeah, I know. I'm confident.
I have
Such a random interjection into
into the
discussing.
stool chart.
Yeah.
Well,
save that,
yeah,
Jeremy.
no, for sure.
Ben
yeah,
Grimm.
what,
Ben Grimm. that's his name. Yeah,
Ben.
yeah,
You're so right. It is Ben.
All right, so here's the
Good call.
question.
Back to the
uh,
Bristol scale.
Back
Uh,
to the Bristol scale.
What was where do you guys fall on your last BM?
Oh, that's a good
I
question.
am okay. Scroll down so I can see the whole thing. The last one. I am a type
You're
7.
type 7?
Entirely liquid?
Water. Yeah, in all caps. Entirely liquid.
Yeah.
Wait, read type
Does not-
6. Read it aloud.
Type 6?
Yeah,
Type,
read it.
type 6 says fluffy pieces with ragged edges and mushy stool. So
That's also I'm in between a 6 and a 7
so
for
you're
sure.
probably like
Lord,
like a
man.
6.5.
Yeah, 6.5.
You need more fiber.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like 80% liquid, some ragged edges. Some ragged.
It's like it's all Pepsi, and then the parts that aren't Pepsi are beef stew.
Oh man, Jeremiah.
Dinty more beef stew.
I think my last one was like a type 3.
Type 3? Oh man.
That's
Like
probably good.
like a
right?
sausage, but with cracks on its surface.
Yep, that's it. That's the one. That's the one.
That's so.
These descriptions are so great.
What about
my
you,
God.
Jared?
I was just gonna say, like right
Fucking
below you, dude.
genius.
I'm probably coming in at type 4. Like,
Oh, we're doing good.
Mine was like a sausage or snake, smooth and soft. Yeah,
What is-
mine's,
sausage or a snake?
mine's still in the sausage category.
So we're normal, and Jeremiah has diarrhea all the time.
Yeah. Jeremiah is too dehydrated to pass things normally.
No, you're too hydrated. I think you need fiber.
Dude.
Oh, is that what? I mean, I do drink a lot of fluid.
Get some
that's for sure.
Metamucil in your life, man.
Yeah.
I know. So I went to the doctor a while ago because I was having poop problems. And the doctor was like, "Oh, you might have COVID." And then he did an X-ray of my tummy, and then he came back in the room and, no joke, had his hand like over his mouth and was just like, "You are one of the most constipated men I've ever seen in my life."
Oh God.
What did he do?
It's hard news.
He gave me Metamucil.
Oh, good. Did you take it?
Yeah. Nope.
God
Nope.
damn it.
And now
Listen.
I'm full of shit. I'm so full of shit. My eyes are brown.
And this is what's happening.
Yep.
You're mushing
I'm
out.
at a number. I'm at a 6.5.
I'm at a 6.5 on the Bristol stool scale.
My life
Don't
is
talk to me.
shit's real right now.
We all have to
Shit
stick to
ain't
our
even coming
clicks,
out.
You know what I mean? Your fucking group, man. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I'm gonna bring that up at work tomorrow. Make everybody point out where they were and then judge them based off. Of
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Did you know that every time, well, not every time, but almost every time either of us takes a shit, Nick and I text each other the word update.
Did you? I did know that actually. I did know that. Did you know that?
It's a good update.
50% of sloths. I think it's either 50 or 90. It's one of those. 50 to 90% of sloths die while pooping because they can only poop on the ground and they're so slow that when they do poop on the ground is when they're most vulnerable for predators, and so predators will kill them while they're pooping.
Well, the joke's on the predator. That's a shitty meal.
Oh, dude. I mean, that's gotta be
That's
nasty.
I mean, maybe all the poop's out though. You get them when they're climbing back up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. That's
What's
a
a
smart
predator of a sloth anyway? They
jaguar.
look like moss. It's just
Googled
moss.
random shit during this. Oh yeah, dude, you're totally right. Like over 50% of sloths die when they defecate. That's so random, dude.
Yes, super random.
Because dude, yeah.
Better learn to poop fast.
I wonder
Yeah.
where they're at on the scale, the Bristol scale.
Dude, I want a sloth. I wonder. We should, if you know anybody that has a sloth,
Oh,
direction, okay?
I want to own a sloth and a black chicken.
Oh yeah, like those ones from Asia.
Yeah, they're $5,000, and the only reason I want to own one is because my girlfriend wants one.
That's
So-
it's super metal. How cool is that?
Oh yeah, and also anti-racist. I feel like I own a black chicken,
Yeah.
or maybe super racist, like I own a black
but
chicken.
That's you got to spin that
Yeah.
the right way. That's
Mostly
tough.
about how
It's-
you approach that situation.
Yeah.
you know?
It's black like my soul, not black like the race I hate.
Oh, Jeremiah.
No, I don't mean I hate.
I know. I know.
This fictional character.
I just had to twist that screw. You're stepping in it.
Just saying, black chickens are awesome.
Yeah.
I heard that
they seem.
even
I got that puppy, and I think I'm pretty much stuck with that for a while.
Yeah, Bowie Prince is going to be around for at least 13, 14 years.
Oh man, he's so fucking. I love.
Holy shit, he's cute. I follow his Instagram, and
I love
god
that.
damn. He is. Caleb, have you seen Bowie Prince?
I have. I met him last
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Popped in for a quick guest spot.
Oh, you guys! I just had like a long, windy fart.
Oh.
Very, very quietly. I just thought I'd tell you about it.
That's good.
Didn't
I just
hear
recently,
any of it.
I recently watched Step Brothers, and there's
Oh, me
that,
too!
that interview
Me
scene
too!
where he like completely beefs. He just like
Is that ketchup?
he's just like, I just thought that it was gonna be
And onions.
this exciting. You ketchup and onion. Oh. Now
Now the
tongue-
suit seemed
now-
fucked up.
Yeah.
He's crying to his parents. I didn't think anyone could hear
I
it.
heard about the fart. Yes.
Yeah. Oh god, dude,
So
that scene, dude.
fucking good.
That movie, I love
Oh.
that fucking movie, man.
Yeah, it's John C. Reilly and Will Ferrell being perfect for
Yeah.
an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just back
It's the
and
most
forth.
quotable movie ever, probably.
When he says, when he's like, we just thought, my dad and I thought that we both thought your mom was hot, so we would bang her, and in the meantime, put up with the retard.
Hey, you don't say that.
And
You and
then
your mom are hillbillies.
you curly-headed. Yeah, he
This
comes
is a
back
house
with like,
of learned doctors.
You curly-headed fuck.
you curly-headed fuck is one of the hardest. The way Will Ferrell says "you curly-headed fuck" is just with so much venom.
Dude,
Like it's so fucking. He's acting that part so good.
Why are
It
you all
reminds me-
sweaty? Cops was
Oh,
on.
it's watching Cops.
Yeah, Cops.
Cops isn't on.
Still four.
Yeah, but I
See?
mean, like most random line of the whole movie though is when Will Ferrell's like putting his balls on the drum set. He's John Bonham's playing Moby Dick for real.
Dick for real. It's I cry every time I hear that line. It makes me double over, fall on the ground. I know who John Bonham is. I know what Moby Dick is, and it makes me laugh every time he puts his dick on that drum set and screams those words. It is a perfect joke, and I'm happy that it exists.
There's just
My
so
favorite
much in that
line-
movie that works.
My favorite line is it's totally unwarranted. It's such a disproportionate thing to say, but John C. Reilly yells, "I'm gonna stab you in the neck with a knife."
Yeah. Oh, there's just so many, dude. Like, there's like the scene when Will Ferrell's like burying John C. Reilly, and he's like putting.
I'm
you know, rid of
burying
them.
you.
Yeah, he's like,
He's so happy.
just let it shower over you. He's like, you know,
What are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm burying you.
Quiet, you'll wake the neighbors.
Yeah.
or when he
or just
walks
when they're
in,
in
he's dead.
Oh my god, dude. Or just when they're in the fight, and he's just like.
Let's get it on.
He had this look in his eye, and he yelled, "Let's get it on!"
I am so not a raper.
Oh my god.
Such a good line.
I love when they're trying to scare away the people from buying the house, and
Oh,
he's wrapped up in a shower curtain and he's dead. He's like, "Just give us a minute. He just died."
He just died like 2 days ago. When he
Oh
says
my
some
God, dude.
stupid shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that
Oh.
movie is just fucking killer.
Yep.
I can't
The
believe
perfect movie. It
It's
is
like-
one of the.
You know, Dumb and Dumber is still like one of those two to me also.
Ooh,
Like I feel like
so
Dumb and
good.
Dumber, the original Dumb and Dumber. Like although I feel like it's just still solid, man. I laughed all the way through it last time I watched it. I remember watching that relentlessly as a kid. I can quote that movie up and down like a motherfucker. Like that's like Step Brothers is heading in that direction. It's just gonna be eternally.
You're so right.
Like those jokes are just gonna like some of those jokes are just gonna eternally land, and it'll like always. There's always gonna be somebody that can quote it in the room. You know what I mean?
It's
Like-
it's a comedy duo that are playing two absurdist characters that are being completely sheltered and misunderstood by the world around them.
Well,
I would even go as far as to say that like they're almost the same movie. You just made such a ridiculous comparison that I've never even thought about. Like for sure, Dumb and Dumber and Step Brothers are a very comparable movie. Those are very comparable movies for sure.
yeah.
Oh, here's a random thought. Sorry, interject.
go for it,
but
please.
Get it.
I was thinking about because this was the hottest week maybe in the state's history. I think.
Yeah.
How the fuck was the farm?
We started at 5 a.m. and got off at 2.
Ugh.
And we are still doing that. And tomorrow is the last day of it. So since Monday, we've started at 5 and we've gotten off at 2, which has been nice. But it also leads to me being too drunk at like 3:45 in the day,
Oh,
which
man.
is weird because usually it's like 6 o'clock or 8 o'clock at night when I'm like, let's go to bed. But now it's like 3:40 in the afternoon. And now my body doesn't know what to do.
It's currently 7:04.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, and you made me go inside, so I can't chain smoke, and now I'm not nearly as fucked up as I would be at this time. So
How
I'm
dare
pretty.
us.
Yeah, but it's okay. I'm pound and brew, bruh.
He's streaking IPAs.
Yeah. No,
Yep.
it's all good. Honestly, guys, I was just thinking that I was like, we're like $1.50 into this whole thing.
We're the
Oh,
good.
damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try.
It's
and
just so easy talking to you boys.
It really is, man. Like that's what I've been loving about doing these things with you guys. Like that's what I was just gonna say. If you, both of you guys, I invited Nick to hop on the one with JMO. If either of you guys want to do that one with Jameson next week, I can get you the date and time we're looking.
I
at.
definitely want a Caleb Jameson hot to sell podcast. for
That
sure.
sounds
Yeah.
great. We'll have to be careful with that's 4 people's. That's a lot, but that'd be awesome.
No,
That would,
Yeah.
but I would honestly, Caleb, I was thinking that like if you wanted to hop on, like I bet you guys can really like get some stuff going too, because it would be really like I
come
mean,
on.
like I think it'd be a good conversation. So if you want to, either of you guys, okay, well I'll text you some of the info about it then after this.
Maybe I'll finally get to do a Zoom meeting where I don't have pants on.
There you go,
Caleb.
Just don't blow
Before we end this,
Jeremiah's
Caleb. Before we end this, Caleb, did you enjoy Lingua Ignota / did you look up any more of her music?
I did not look up more, but I enjoyed that song.
Were you surprised at how it ended?
Yeah. I mean, but
great.
also not really, because every time you send me something, I'm like kind of braced for anything.
It's going to be black metal. It's
Kinda
probably like it could
Yeah.
start out sounding like Drake, and then it's gonna be
Yeah,
black metal.
it was really pretty, and
thought
made
so
me
too.
feel sad, which is sometimes nice.
Did you read the lyrics? Because if you haven't, you
didn't.
really should. They're very good. They're also they should make you cry too.
I'll read them next time I'm doing what is it? BSS number 3.
Also, before we go, why do you, Jared, have a video that's like 600 views out of random for a fucking random C-rap video? Did you notice? I know you noticed that. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. It's because, well, Caleb, I don't even know if you know what C-rap is, but C-rap was this podcast that I put it in the category
It's
of
brilliant.
it's like off and on. It can still happen, but it's basically just reading lyrics out of context. So
Oh yeah, that's
but
great.
the one that Jeremiah's
It's
talking
brilliant.
about is literally like after Kanye West did he released that like boops like boop poop shkadoop or whatever fucking album. Like,
He just said scoop de poop.
yeah, scoop diddy whoop whoop diddy scoop. I basically just did a C-rap of that, and that's become
that's awesome.
that's become like that was like the most that definitely
That's
seems
the most viewed.
it keeps climbing. So,
One I guess the only way I can relate to that is one time I went to a poetry night and I didn't have a poem, but I wanted to read lyrics in a poetic fashion. So I believe I read the lyrics to, I think it was the song "With Odin on Our Side" by Amon Amarth.
Yeah.
And it's just about like I remember one line specifically. He says, "I rip the axe from the head covered in blood and brains, leave the body lying dead, ready to strike again." And everyone was just looking at me like, "What the fuck?" I just read it stone faced.
That's fucking rad, dude.
We won't get into it now, but Jared, remember holding up a radio in Taco Bell for the next time? Just have to remember that. I'll tell you that story another time.
I'll remember it. But yeah, like that story you just said, Caleb, that just reminded me of when I remember trying out for one of the musicals in high school, and I couldn't remember any fucking songs, so I just went up there and literally just did Kickapoo by Tenacious D. I did everybody's part, like Jack Black, Meatloaf,
Nice.
Dio. I just went through it because I had it all memorized at the time, and it was I probably looked like a fucking crazy person.
I wish I could see that.
Yeah.
I have a worse story for next time that I won't go into now, but I promise you I have a worse story.
Well, I'm glad we all are looking forward to more of these. Thanks again for making this happen. Another successful pod. We'll get it out there. I appreciate you guys both. I love you guys so much. You guys are fucking awesome. I appreciate your energies. Thank you.
This is great.
On. All right.
Let's please do it again.
Any funny last things to say? Okay, Jeremiah, what do you got in your hand? Read the title of that.
This is a yum stick, and it is for Rutabaga because he needs a treat. And it is basically a jerky stick designed for a dog.
All right.
So he's gonna eat this. Not funny at all.
Jeremiah's got a yum stick. Caleb, give me something to bounce off a yum stick.
Well, in the keeping with the theme of dogs, I will say that dogs can grow beards all over.
Hey, that is true.
Dogs can grow beards all over, and little Rudy looks cute with his yum stick. All right. Everybody have a great night. This has been another fucking wonderful episode.
Right.
Good day.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, hot dogs.
Bye, hot
All
dogs.
right. I'm going to